All right, what's going on, everybody? It's PES 17 here in this video. I know I've got Q&A that's going to be out soon, but I wanted to get this out because I played a game last night and just absolutely loved it. Here, using multiple edits, if you will, starting with the 5-second fix, which is basically where I change the formation after turning on fluid formations. I changed the formations for the kickoff to be the same as out of possession formation, and then the in possession formation, change that to the out of possession formation as well. After that, I go and change the player roles, where the in possessions I make sure nobody is a CDM or a defensive midfielder. That way players get into the attack and everything from there. And that way in transition, I have the opportunity to change something as well, which is the player role when they're out of possession. So I'll change any midfielders, center midfielders, one or two of them, depending how many are there, to defensive midfielders. That way there is an attitude for defense in the transition. So that alone, those two changes are fantastic base, and then I take it another notch further. And what I do from there is I go ahead and make sure, one, long ball tactics offensively, attacking instructions, that is not selected. Long ball is kind of the worst thing, worst tactic to use in this game because the computer is going to use it regardless, rain or shine, whether they have a player who's 5'7" or a player who's 6'7" at the top, playing forward. They will get a ball launched into their heads, not just into space. Even it'll be to their heads, as if they'll be able to control it somehow every time. It's just completely illogical and just completely pointless in my opinion. So that is why I make sure that the short ball passing is an option there, not long ball. So I would recommend doing that as well. And then we've got another one that I'll change as well, is making sure that the defensive instructions does not have all-out defense selected. All-out defense is just another absolutely worthless tactic. It's what you would use if you were winning 1-0, late into a match and you need everybody to park the bus, right? And that's why players tend to retreat. You see the instant retreat is because of that all-out defense, right? And so that's why I suggest not using it. Use frontline pressure. I see a couple guys who do tactics and send out option files and everything. They tend to remove the all-out defense as well. So it's good to see that, know that we're on the right track, taking that out. So that's another one of those values that I look at. And then the next one that's really important as well, so the forwards don't have so much time, is we'll go to the advanced instructions, and that'll be changed into the defense option and select that one to be for tight marking, and then just selecting the forward or forwards. If you have to do it twice, you can do it twice. I think that's the limit. So that is pretty much the changes. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but honestly, it takes 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes per team. Some of those, pick one or the other. They'll work. I think you won't get really solid matches if you don't change all of those values. And so that's really important for me, to make sure that kind of emphasis as a fundamental is present. It's really important because I really have just been so tired of playing this game with not making those changes because it's just so wide open. There's literally no midfield. Everything is a 20 to 30 yard pass straight to a player, who's got no pressure on them, and just able to turn. I know that's due to tactics as well, but it gets very, very tiring. If you play even on counterattacks, it gets very, very tiring. It doesn't even feel like football. It just feels like arcade ball, kind of like what you would see as online gaming. Some of the My Clubs that I've been watching, it looks horrendous to me. I can't understand how anybody can play like that. You're just having to pass the ball so quickly and everything. There's just no common sense, I guess. It's just pretty much get rid of the ball as soon as possible, and find a man open. There's no sense of hesitation on passes. It's pretty much if somebody's open, they're open. You're going to make that pass. And so with this setup here, this is allowed a midfield. You can see the midfield come back. I have to play the ball around. I've got to play it, back and forth, wide. I have to be smart with my passing, and that's really important. So you just get engrossed in the game, and it's nice because there are moments like that where, you can break the defense and get those opportunities, but they happen in rare instances, which is good. And actually, in this first half, I hadn't made one change, which was the player role change. I had forgot to change that in this one, but I still really enjoyed how it was playing regardless. But then in the second half, you'll see I change it to do the player role, and then I also do the tight marking. So here, really using the 5-second fix, and then making sure long ball tactics isn't selected. Like you can see there, the forward still has a lot of time on the ball, and that's probably why this one's a little bit more wide open. But if you watch the second half, and I'll jump off, the speaker spot here because it's, pretty long video, but I wanted to show, as much gameplay as I could for you guys because I was really excited, really happy with how it was playing. Really enjoyed it here. And you can see what a great run that is and what a fantastic finish. That's what I really love about PES is the AI and the computer. They just have a really kind of sharp sense, to make things happen. And I like that. I like the fact that they try to exploit you. They don't make it too, I don't know, too labored, if you will. But it's also about putting them in the right position. So on default, they're just going to try to exploit you with the same play every time, especially if they're, long ball tactics or counter attack through the length of the pitch. It's just, you have to really compress the pitch to really see where the AI or where this PES 17 in general will shine. And so that's kind of what I've been seeing with the test I've been doing here, working with ISU Reaper 31. Him and I are, chatting back and forth as we always do. And he's been working on the game like crazy, guys. So any props to how this game's playing, it definitely goes to him. He's just, been completely engrossed in PES 17, which is fantastic because we know, Reaper is a big FIFA guy. So I really, love how FIFA ended up and where we're at with it. So, I wanted to make sure the guys, I've got subscribers for PES, PES players as well. And, PES is one of those nostalgia games that I always come back to. And I'm getting ready to get some more content out for you guys. And so this is why I wanted to get this out. And a little bit about the patch I'm using here. This, of course, is on the PC. I'm using a patch called Virtua Red. And I'll put a description below. And this patch is absolutely amazing because it adds on turfs, pitches, different stadiums, up to 40 stadiums now, and it's simply amazing. My PS4 is not going to get any playtime. I'm sorry, because the amount of work that's been done in this patch has been absolutely fantastic, and then I cannot wait to play another game because the pitch is so beautiful. It's just stunning. It really is. And this is just kind of a nice little match here. I just pulled up an exhibition. Looking to get into a Master League. If you guys have any idea who I should use, please let me know. We'll definitely get some content going, some more PES, because it's playing so good right now. I'm really ecstatic with how it's playing. The nice thing as well, and this is kind of a big one, is on the PC, Nessa, who's awesome. A great, programmer, everything from there and beyond. He does everything, but he made a unlocker tool that allows you to select sides, any side of the gamepad controller. So I can use the computer's team, the team for the computer, and change their tactics on the fly. So I don't have to spend a whole bunch of time in edit mode to change all that. So that is kind of one of the downsides for those of you on consoles to be able to really enjoy this, because you'll have to put in a lot of time on the option file to make these changes to every team. But I promise you, it'll take about an hour tops, and it'll be completely worth it as I score a goal. This is a nice goal too, by the way. I love this little move here. Of course, this is the screenshot from the thumbnail, but yeah, that's what I've been working on, and just really honing in on a solid PC patch. make sure the tools work. I've got a camera tool that I've got to test from Nessa as well. So yeah, I'm really getting engrossed, guys. I really hope you guys can recommend what team I should use. You know me, it's pretty much open to really any team. There's some things still to work on with this in terms of just picking out stadiums. Reaper's working on that. Nice little move here. Look at that. Nice little touch with his left foot. Reaper's working on that. And then we've got to get some kits continued to find some kits because some teams are not looking right. Look at that. Nice. I love that little touch right there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did want to leave off before I jump into letting the commentary pick up here. I did want to leave off with one thing that has been, I couldn't put my finger on it the other day, but I really figured it out, is that the nostalgia of the old PES games, like PES 4 through PES 6, was really in the terms of scoring goals. I noticed in PES 17, you don't get that kind of feeling anymore of when you score goals. I don't know if it's, well, I do know for sure now is that shot speed really has to come down. It's really just rockets, you know? I know that's the intent to beat the keeper and everything. I get that, but there's something about the way the ball just doesn't have really any weight like it did. There's something about the way the ball just doesn't have much weight to it on shots. Like these shots are just full on rips. Like they are blasts, you know, they're perfectly struck. Sometimes like that one wasn't fully struck well, as in not a lot of power, but it was still struck pretty well. And that's the one thing I've noticed with PES especially, and PES 17, is that the shots are just ridiculous. If there was a way that Konami could find to kind of, if they really want to hone in on, you know, the nostalgia of the older games in the sense of the shooting, they really have to look at that shot speed. Because if they lower that shot speed, they're gonna allow more variety to come out. They're gonna let more gravity of the ball. You know, the ball should dip. The ball should rise up gradually. It should swerve left and right really hard. You know, now because the shots are so incredibly powerful, there's no time for the ball to really swerve or to really dip. It's just really unfortunate. But I think, you know, if there's something we can look into, possibly maybe a global edit. There's no global editor just yet, but it's something I'm going to be on the lookout for. But I won't just wait the whole time for it. But I'll look at shot speed and see if that's something we can look at, because I really feel we're missing out on some fantastic feeling of scoring goals, in this game. So guys, the second half, I'll let it run through. The second half will be pretty much the match commentators. I want to thank you guys again for all the support. Again, leave a comment below on who you think I should use for a Master League in PES 17. I'm definitely excited where it's going. It's not without making multiple edits, but it's totally worth it. So as always, guys, take care and stay tuned.
Good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? With a delicate ball. Crosses in a low one. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. Now the pass. Aimed in towards the centre. There's going to be a change here. It's a long forward pass. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Well played, he saw that coming. Oh, that's a waste. Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Another throw-in. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Chance! He's had a shot! The home support won't enjoy that.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that, though.
It so nearly came off for him.
He's been a joy to watch, and that didn't miss by much. He'll be back.
Pumps it upfield. Hurtles into the tackle. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Passes it through. A chance! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss. He comes flying in! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
And he really threw himself at that one. Just a little more accuracy was all it needed.
The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Tries a through ball. He's made sure that that won't get through. Game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Oh, what a save! He had a long way to go.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Tries to dink it in. Looks like a good ball through. Point blank header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, you can't fault his movement and the way he worked the chance, but maybe he lost a bit of accuracy in trying to put too much power into the header then.
Whipped in. He certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. The through ball. managed to get it away. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Keeper's got good distance on that. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Goes long. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good game to watch. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Look, a draw shows a level of industry from both sides here. On that alone, I think it's been quite an interesting encounter, actually.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye.
PES 17. I've got the PC version. I've also got the PS4 version, so I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to play with. The PC version is nice when the graphics look okay. There's times when players look like they're floating, right off the pitch. It doesn't look right sometimes. So we'll see what happens. The customization, of course, is always where the PC excels over the consoles. So Lamate is a player I created in PES 2009.